A Chicago rapper has openly threatened to shoot and kill Wack 100 during a live stream with DJ Academics, right in front of a public audience. The tension between Lil Z Osama and Wack 100 has been building for nearly a year. It all began when Lil Z received a 14-month prison sentence for leaving a Glock with a switch inside an Uber. Wack 100 found that sentence unusually light. He began questioning the circumstances, implying that Lil Z Osama might have cooperated with law enforcement.
Do it again.
Lil Z Osama is a rapper from Chicago. He got caught with a switch in New York and ended up getting a year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we looking into him. Something ain't looking right. We got all this paperwork.
What's the part that's not looking right? 1090 Jake put out a video earlier basically saying that because he has a minimal criminal history prior to this, that it's not that surprising.
1090's dumb.
Oh, really?
We got his whole rap sheet.
Okay.
Dude got caught with machine guns prior to. He was on probation out here in California. He had like 2 gun cases prior to, serious gun cases, right? And then get caught with a switch in New York City.
Left it in the Uber.
They giving you 3 to 5 mandatory for a regular gun. You get caught with a switch. You got prior cases to get caught with machine guns up in Illinois.
Wack's argument was simple. If you're caught with a Glock equipped with a switch in New York, where gun laws are extremely strict, and you already have a criminal record, there's no way you're only getting 14 months. In response, Lil Z Osama tried to explain how and why he received such a sentence. Another New York rapper, Chef G, also stepped in to offer some context. While incarcerated himself, Chef G posted an Instagram story aimed at Wack 100. In the story, he wrote, "Wack 100, you're the perfect example of a coward. You gossip like one and talk like one. What kind of street guy wants to see another man behind bars? Nothing about you is street. You act tough on Clubhouse, but Blueface hasn't even made you $1. Now you're just showing up on every podcast looking lost. Go find something productive to do." Chef G also weighed in on the situation. He stated, "That's not accurate, bro. In New York, for a first-time gun offender, you usually get what's called city bullet or silly bullet, whatever the term is, which means 8 months in jail. A 6 to 5 split means 6 months behind bars and 5 years on probation. A state bullet would be around 20 months in an upstate facility. For a second-time offender, it could be 1.5 to 3 years, a straight 3 years, or even 3 to 5. Regardless of any charges he may have in other states, those don't impact New York sentencing. So technically, he's still considered a first-time offender here. Plus, officers often make unlawful arrests, so prosecutors sometimes offer plea deals to avoid appeals. Y'all tripping, bro? He stood tall when we met. Free the homie. To Wack 100, Amber Adam. Despite all that, Wack 100 wasn't convinced. He heard Chef G's explanation, he listened to Lil Z Osama's side, but his stance didn't shift. In fact, Wack only doubled down. He brought up Z Osama's past arrests to support his argument, essentially saying, "I don't care what they're claiming. It doesn't add up. Here's the paperwork to prove my point."
Was convicted in California for evading a peace officer, felony. He was sentenced to 1 day in custody, another one, and 2 years of probation. Duke's term of probation is set to expire April 2025, which means when he get caught with this switch, right?
He's on probation.
He's on probation, right? Hold on, we got some. All right, watch this. In addition, in Illinois, in 2023, he was charged with possession of a loaded machine gun, theft of stolen goods exceeding 10,000, but not more than 100,000, and possession of a firearm, right, with a defaced serial number. Everybody know you got caught with a machine gun and another firearm with the serial numbers go. We got double fed up. This 2023, right? Right? 2023, this happens. Then you come to California in 2023, catch evading the police, catch probation. Then in 2024, you go to New York, a state that's serious about guns, get caught with a switch, and get 14 months in the feds? Hey, listen, man. Hey, I ain't gonna say it. Y'all heard it. I got to work. I will put the work up.
Eventually, Zil Osama is released from jail. He leaves New York and moves back to Los Angeles, where he currently resides. While this isn't widely known outside of LA, it's pretty common knowledge locally. Whenever Chicago street rappers come into money, many of them relocate to LA. Artists like Baby Chief and others follow the same pattern once they start earning. LA has essentially become a second Chicago, and that's part of the reason it's now considered one of the worst places to settle down if you're someone looking for peace or trying to raise a family. The city already has its own gangs and local issues. Now, with Chicago affiliates, some with violent reputations, also operating in LA, the situation has only intensified. So, after relocating, Zil Osama appears on No Jumper for an interview. Word got around that he seemed very comfortable during the appearance. That's partly because the show allegedly told him, "Hey, we had to reschedule Wack 100 since you were coming in." Naturally, this made Zil Osama feel important, like he was being prioritized. On the flip side, Wack 100 didn't take that well. He said he was never informed about Zil Osama's appearance and certainly didn't agree to be rescheduled. Sent his Wack's words, no one forced him to move anything around, but Zil Osama was already told otherwise, so he came into the studio feeling relaxed. Meanwhile, Wack was annoyed at the implication that he backed out or made room for Zil, which wasn't the case. During the No Jumper interview, Zil Osama addressed his legal situation and made it clear he did not cooperate with authorities. He challenged anyone to show him the black and white. In legal terms, black and white refers to a written statement or transcript. If someone snitches, there should be documented proof, either a written agreement to cooperate or video evidence like interrogation footage or courtroom testimony. Zil Osama said plainly, if that kind of evidence doesn't exist, then the claim that he snitched holds no weight.
So, but how you feel? Cause like, all right, immediately after the switch shit, and everybody on the internet, man, Gazelle is snitching. There's Zay giving it up about the gun. Then you got Wack on there, he on there saying what he had to say.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this what make me question like Wack. You a street folk, so you say. Yeah. You feel me? You done been penitentiary, feds, county, whatever. You know how these laws go. You know how this shit work. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, he was probably just going off the internet too. Oh, if you go to New York, you get 30 years for a switch. So shit, how he out that quick? If he supposed to have 30 years or better. You know what I'm saying? So I see where niggas come from, but niggas that been in this shit that know this shit, like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's gotten from like the standard being that we need paperwork saying that you told to now it's like, if there's any little detail that we don't understand or that doesn't 100% immediately make sense to us, then we're just going to assume that you're telling. That's like the new version of telling.
I don't think black and white is real no more. Black and white still assist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Zil Osama previously shared his side of the story during his No Jumper appearance. Then, just yesterday, while DJ Academics was live streaming, Zil Osama joined in to speak further on the situation. During that segment, he directly addressed Wacky 100 and shared more background. He mentioned that No Jumper had told him they scheduled Wack 100 to arrive at 2 p.m. and him at 3 p.m. to avoid any direct interaction. This detail led Zil Osama to believe Wack 100 may have intentionally avoided him. That setup gave him a sense of control, almost as if Wack didn't want to face him. On Academic's live stream, Zil Osama made it clear that if he had run into Wack 100 at the studio, he would have challenged him to a fight. He used the term fade and casually joked about beep, boop, bop, boop, as if to say he would have thrown hands. Naturally, Wack 100 caught wind of this and didn't appreciate the remarks. He felt disrespected by what was being said publicly.
Y'all gonna let Wack go up there talking about he got paperwork on me, all this crazy fuck. That was some shit, you hear me?
Wait, why Wack is trying to say that, yeah, you told?
If I told, that shit'd be in black and white. I'm Lil Z Osama, gang. When you go to jail, you not gonna even be able to, in the feds, you ain't gonna even be able to live in the feds telling, you hear me? Nigga on motherfucking cut your ass from head to toe, you hear me? You cannot even go to the feds and snitch and live, gang. Before you get to any yard, before you get to any deck, nigga, every paperwork follow you. That shit follow you. That shit follow you.
So how
you
come Wack got some magical work? He said he got the work.
I was in New York with real members, gang.
Yeah.
If I would have told, the COs would have known, The inmates would have known. That shit would have been in black and white over the internet. I'm Z Osama. You think somebody gonna hold that shit for me? Hell no, folks. You hear me?
So wait,
and then
did Wack just make that up? He just made that up?
Wack made it up because he said, oh, how he get out for a switch in New York so fast? If you know the Fed guidelines, you will know. You feel what I'm saying? That's just like, how many niggas you just seen get locked up for switches and only got 3 years and shit, man? Nigga got caught. I seen some shit on the internet. Nigga caught with hella switches and only got 5 years, bro. You hear me? Look, they found a switch in the car. You feel me? And I got 14 months on it. The guidelines was only 24 months. That's the max that they can give me is 24 months. In the feds, it go by guidelines, fool. You hear me? It go by guidelines in the fed. You would rather be in the feds than to be in the state when you first catch a case like that. Like, sometimes you catch a switch case. I wouldn't dare want to be up in the state on the switch case because the state, no matter where you at, they gonna crack your ass. If you in the feds, it go by guidelines. But if you in the feds and you got multiple felonies, trust me, you will want to be in the state when you catch that switch case. You feel me?
So wait,
me, I didn't have multiple felonies.
So wait, why would Wack just lie on you like that?
That's what I'm saying. That's why y'all gotta listen. I was going to no jumper. You know what they said? Yeah. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We had to separate you from Wack, bro. You hear me? Wack was coming at 2. That's why we told you come at 3 or some shit like that. You feel me? All my life, if I would have seen Wack, I'd have told his ass shoot the 1 game. You hear me? You know, for now, first I would have asked him, for why you do that? Like, what's to you? You gonna throw some salt on a real street nigga like that, for? How you do that? How you do that?
Now we gonna figure out why I did.
Shoot the 1. What up? On my beat, beat. You hear me?
As soon as Zil Osama made that comment, academics quickly jumped into action. Zil hadn't even finished saying Wack before Ack was already dialing his number to get a reaction for the stream, although Wack didn't answer right away. Likely, preoccupied, he later returned the call and asked academics to patch Zil Osama into the conversation. That's when things escalated.
We back to 50? Yeah, here we go. That's him right there, Wack.
So you telling me now?
Tell me.
Back to 50K. Hey, bro, look, all the loud, fast talking, Paru, that don't work.
Can we bet to 50K?
Listen.
Alright, listen, Wack. Hold on, wait, before you talk, Wack. Before you talk.
You telling me you wasn't convicted in California and Illinois? I got your whole rap sheet.
He got the word.
So you telling me you wasn't convicted in California or Illinois? That's what you saying?
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna do something better for you.
You just said
I'm gonna do something better for you.
You wasn't convicted yet.
I'm gonna do something better for you.
How was you getting 1 day in jail for pistol?
In Chicago? That's any gangster, bro. Listen.
1 day in jail?
Listen. They didn't charge me with a gun. They charged me with a gun as a misdemeanor. You know what a misdemeanor is?
1 day in jail? How you getting that?
What you mean, gang? Okay, what I'm asking, do you have black and white?
Bro, no, answer the question.
Do you have black and white?
I think you've been a rat. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, Wack.
We're 1 day in jail for a right.
But you see me, you gotta have that energy, though, folks.
Hey, bro, you ain't nobody, bro. You knockout bait. You ain't nobody. On Paru, I'll beat your ass with 1 hand, tied behind my back for 50,000. Dead homie.
Oh, shit. That's the 50K
Nigga, you better watch who you talking to. You a little boy. For 50 racks on my dead homies, I tie my head behind my back and I beat your little.
Oh, my baby, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm in LA every day, all day. Let's do it.
I'm in
LA. I'm in LA every day, all day. Let's do it.
Boy, I'm 240, knocking out, dead home.
Hey, listen. Hey, Wack.
Once they were both on the line, the interaction turned intense. Wack 100, who has a commanding presence and strong communication style, almost came across like a drill sergeant. Zil Osama started the conversation sounding ready to fight. It's unclear whether it was Wack mentioning his size, saying he's 240 pounds, or just his tone. But Zil Osama quickly shifted gears. What began as tough talk about a physical fight suddenly turned into something more serious. Zil said that if saw Wack 100, there wouldn't be any fighting involved. He would go straight to using a weapon.
You must don't know who you talk. I swear to God, you don't know who you talk.
You ain't nobody, bro. You ain't nobody.
Hey, look, act on the stream. Act in the stream real quick, act. Cause this get real. In the stream, act.
You ain't nobody, bro.
He don't believe that when I see him, I swear to God that I'm gonna blow his ass.
Oh, so you don't want to squabble. You scared to squabble.
I'm gonna show you for playing with my name. You gonna how can you say a nigga snitch, gang? That's disrespectful, gang.
So you scared to squabble. I want to make sure we got this right. You don't want to who's gunplay. That's what you said, right?
All my life, you playing with my name like
No,
that.
that's what you scared. Just say you scared, little boy.
Hell yeah, it's gunplay. Nigga
Okay,
playing talking about a snitch.
I'm glad you said
Talking about a snitch.
I'm glad
You better know you. I swear to God, you can call anybody in LA right now. Even probably some people you know, I done probably robbed their ass or blew their ass down. You talking about I do this. This is my lifestyle, dude.
The main takeaway from this situation, honestly, is that life might not be going as well for Zama as I initially thought. When he showed up at No Jumper, he appeared to be doing well. I'll be honest, he had on the diamonds, a fresh chain, and a Balenciaga hoodie. He looked well put together. Now, when I say he looked sweet, I don't mean soft. In African slang, sweet just means someone is looking sharp, well-dressed, glowing, confident. And in that moment, he definitely gave off that vibe. So based on that, I assumed maybe he had just signed a new deal or was bringing in serious money. I never would have guessed he might be in a mindset where going back to prison, possibly for life, is even on the table. But from the way things have unfolded, that seems to be the case. Honestly, I don't know where this is headed. I hope things de-escalate and work out for everyone involved. Let me know what you think in the comments. How do you see this situation playing out? Hit like and subscribe for more updates on celebrity news and drama.